Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Who would have known it was a
Wow.
wow.
Well, finally good to be here.
Right, and glad to have you here. First of all, let's do this. I'm gonna do a sound check and a visual check. Can you see
I
me?
can see you.
All right. Can you hear me? Oh gosh, I tell you what. If you're not a drinker, go ahead and have a drink on me.
Cheers.
Listen, my water. Got to do it. Give it a second here. All right. So, what's good, Kevin?
Dylan, I'm finally glad we got the link to work.
Listen, every time I go on live, I'm always updating right before. So even today, there was some new challenges that I hadn't seen since the last time I went live. And then noticing after looking at it, I was like, why is Kevin not coming in? And it literally shows you why you can't go on. And that was a good thing, though.
Yeah, I'm glad we got it figured out.
Yeah. All right. So how's your day going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Went down to the shop, did a few tattoos, and we got a little event we got to go to in a little bit here. It's like a little like cannabis art show and like just cool little event to go to.
Okay. All right, guys. So let me just go ahead and welcome my guests. First, I want to make sure that I get, if anybody else is on here, I need you to give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're in the house because I know sometimes we have issues. I'm going to just do one more thing. All right. All right. All right. Guys, I want you to welcome. So I hear he's world famous tattoo artist, Kevin Young. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Candy Show. Yay,
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Kevin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kevin, where are you coming from today?
Orange County, California.
What's the weather like out there?
Beautiful. It's like 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Oh my gosh. Listen, I had to turn the heat on last night.
Oh no, we're still rocking AC every night.
That's nice. That's nice. All right. All right. I'm ready to get inked up. So, Kevin, tell me a little background about yourself. Tell us what inspired you to become a tattoo artist and go from there.
I've always been an artist. My mom and dad were always super supportive of me doing a bunch of art as long as I can remember. I've had a pen and paper in my hands. And when I was like 9 years old or so, my cousin was staying with us at the time, and he came home with a little gecko tattoo on his arm, just a little thing like that. Oh, hey, what's up, 55 Hydro? And I was like, how much did you pay for that? And he was like, I paid $350 for it. And it was just this little tiny gecko. I was like, you paid $350 for that little thing? Church, I'm out. So I've been drawing ever since. And
Oh, wow. Oh,
I
wow.
started tattooing when I was about 16 years old. I started back in high school, and took a real long time back then to get in the game because that's when the tattoo industry was completely different than it is today. It was much more unforgiving and ruthless. So it took me a long time to get into a shop and get in a real apprenticeship, but then I finally did over with Original Trigger and Joshua Futterman, and they opened the doors for me, and ever since that, I've just skyrocketed.
Hey, I want to say special shout out to Keep It Real Radio on the rise in the house today. I want to know what is the thing that really differs you from other people? What
Other
what do
people,
you say
you know,
keeps you separated?
my drive, I stay hungry. If I'm not hustling today or getting the job done, I feel weird. I have to stay busy and stay grinding 24/7.
Was this something that you always wanted to do? Were you always good at your pen game in high school,
Yeah,
which is what made you?
even as far back like third, fourth grade, I was always getting in trouble for drawing instead of taking notes or doing the schoolwork. I would just be sitting there drawing.
I find that a lot of men seem to have that. That's a natural gift of theirs is drawing. What were some of your first sketches?
I've always liked drawing skulls, and I used to draw a lot of like motorcycles and hot rods, and then that actually evolved into me airbrushing choppers and hot rods and doing custom paint jobs, stuff like that. But yeah, my earliest drawings were of a lot of like skateboarders doing like three flips over stairs, stuff like that, because I used to skateboard a lot. Or it would be like drawing pictures of surfers. I surf a lot, so it would just be drawing stuff that interested me a lot.
And I noticed on your catalog of your tattoos, you did, and you have a lot of skulls.
Yeah.
So are you a real rocker dude? I can
I
tell.
like it. I'm not just like a strict rocker, dude. I like everything. I like rap. I like classic rock. I like a bit of everything except for like country. Other than like Hank the Third, he's pretty cool.
Tell us about how do you go about getting a tattoo started? So when somebody says, "Hey, Kevin, I want you to do a tattoo for me," tell us about your process.
They usually, most of my business nowadays is they come to me with an idea, and I bring that idea to life to them. So they'll say like, I want a gothic style piece, or I want, some skulls and roses, or I want this piece to memorialize so and so. And then I'll spend a little bit of time talking with them and figuring out, kind of who they're about, and then design a piece around that.
You now let's just make sure your video freezing up. So I want to make sure that everybody can see you before we continue. Now you good? I tell you, this technology, you just have to live with it.
Right?
Do you use a stencil or do you draw freehand? Tell us about it. So somebody says, "Hey, Kevin, I want you to do this tattoo." You get to know them. They tell you kind of what they want.
Well,
Continue the process.
back to the technology thing. Everything nowadays is digital. I mean, if you're not doing things digitally anymore, you're kind of like falling behind. So we use a lot of iPads, and we use Procreate. And what I do is I'll take a picture of the person of where they want to get the tattoo. So say that since you guys can see, they want to get this area done right here. I would take a picture of them sitting right here, and then I would just draw their piece on the iPad all around the area, and then I can actually show them what basically what the tattoo would look like on them before they would even get it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So all right. So I like tattoos. I have three of them.
I thought you liked
And
some more. You need to bump those numbers up.
well, now after COVID, I might have to come out there to California to see you.
Got you.
I've noticed, and so Instagram is where everybody can see your portfolio, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are there some pictures on there that you haven't put on there?
A lot. I'm pretty lazy about putting stuff on Instagram. Yeah.
I see a trend, and I'm just trying to ask this to clarify. I noticed that there are no darker skin tone people on your page. Is that because, now somebody said because like lighter skinned people, the tattoos show up better. So do you have a variety of clients?
Yes, I do. But like you were saying, the fair tones show up better. So I'm trying to, showcase as much of the art that I can versus I've tattooed these people. And so the lighter the skin and stuff, the better all the tones show up. And when I am tattooing someone that does have a little darker complexion, you do have to adjust your tones that you're using. Like you can't use a lot of the lighter tones because they just won't show up. And if you do try to use them, you're just going to end up chewing up the skin and damaging them. Also, there again, with the darker complexions, they tend to scar and they get keloids easier. So you have to be a little more careful with your technique on how you go to apply the tattoo.
Oh, wow. See, I never knew that because when I was looking through your profile, I was like, wait a minute, he doesn't have anybody that has darker skin. I'm going to say black people or, and I just wanted to know that.
There are actually some of them on there. One of my best friends, Russ, he's African-American, and I've tattooed almost his whole body. And there's a lot of his tattoos that are on my portfolio.
Are they? So is he a light skin? Is he a light skinned guy?
Yeah, he's a little lighter on the scale.
Okay. No. Okay. All right. So when someone has a darker skin and they come to you and say they want a tattoo, do you advise them of those things first?
Well, normally, they're pretty smart. I don't usually have to be the asshole to tell them, look, yellow's not going to show up on your skin. So. They're pretty cool with it,
I noticed that you have a great knack of being the realist tattooist because everything looks so real.
Thank you.
That is the awesome job. I mean, like that is what I love about your tattoos is because they look so real. How long did it take you to get to that process?
I'm still getting to that process. I'm still learning. I'm trying to learn every day. Yeah. There's still so many things that I want to improve with my art. And that only happens with doing the art and keep going with what I'm doing. Wow.
How long does it take you to actually come up with the tattoo as far as making the design and then
making the design honestly takes me anywhere from about 20 minutes to a couple hours. Just depends on the intricacy of the design. And then tattooing it can be anywhere from 10, 15 minutes to 5, 6, 7 sessions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's the longest you've, go ahead.
I'm working on a back piece right now. It's full from the shoulders all the way down to the waistline, and I'm on about 7 sessions on right now, and about 5, 6 hours per session, so it's about 42 hours.
Wow, is that normal to have to keep coming back in sessions? Is that standard around the tattoo industry?
Yeah, to get really good realism, it takes a couple sessions because you really want to make sure that your tones are saturated really nice, and you want to come back and get those little details, and it takes a lot without chewing up the skin. So it is best to do those in a few sessions and to come back to get it done.
Yeah, I noticed your latest piece, and that is, once again, it's the details that makes you such an amazing tattoo artist. And why is it that I do see a lot of people come in there with the skulls and the Gothic type
It's the
themes?
It's the meanings behind it. Skulls hold a lot of meaning. They can symbolize bravery. They can symbolize you're a warrior. They can symbolize peace. They can symbolize love. They have a lot of different meanings. I have skulls all over me. I have one on my chest. I've got like 3 on this arm. I've got like 4 on my leg.
That's interesting to know because I know someone who probably is listening and tuning in right now. They probably might have a thought that skulls are always negative.
No, skulls can be very, very empowering.
What's your ultimate goal with being a tattoo artist? Would you like to have your own TV show, or tell us what's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to open up a shop or maybe a couple different shops. And I like running I love doing conventions and traveling. And my mentor that brought me up taught me how to run a team to go on the road with. So I would like to run my own team, go into really nice conventions, and then have my shops going at the same time.
Now, with everything going on with COVID, how do you practice the social distancing and good hygiene? How do you do? I mean, how does it, has that changed?
So we're not doing a lot of walk-ins right now. Everything is pretty much small appointments only. And we're taking temperatures at the door. We're taking more precautions. We're wearing masks while we're tattooing. The clients are wearing masks, and we're just staying more vigilant. We're doing twice as much cleaning, which, you know, tattoo shops are already super sterile and probably the safest place to be during this time because we are so clean. But yeah, that we're just staying more vigilant.
What's the oddest place on a person's body that you've been requested to put your stamp on?
Can I say that?
We're on the internet. What are you talking about?
It's exactly what you're thinking.
And well, I don't know. You could say it, but you could say it in a tasteful way.
That region right in between, you know?
A female? A female?
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
Wow. Oh, was that the first one?
I'm sorry, what?
Was that your first request to have it there in that location?
Yeah, and I've never done one since, so no.
Okay, I need to know what happened. Tell us how all of that came about.
Honestly, I can't even remember. Not long ago.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Now that's for a female. Now, what's the oddest place that you have had from a male request?
I don't know about the oddest place because I've fully suited people down, and I've done piercings for so long. So like, you know, you get kind of numb to it. There isn't really like, you know, odd place anymore. But back to my buddy Russ, he lost a bet. And the person that he lost the bet with, it was like, you know, a bet between multiple people, and these two guys lost it. One of them had to get a Jacob's ladder, which is the piercings going up the male member. And my buddy Russ had to get T-Swift or die across his chin.
Oh, wow.
I still offer to cover that thing up every time we tattoo him.
Piercings. That's right, because piercings come along with tattoos sometimes.
Yep.
Did you start piercings at the same time?
No, I started piercing years after I started tattooing, and it was because at the shop I was at, the owner was the only piercer, and at the time he was running out a lot of crews going on conventions at the time, so our shop didn't have a piercer, so just pretty much out of necessity I learned how to pierce.
Nice.
I don't.
What is you don't do them anymore?
No. Now my fiance pierces at our shop.
Okay, nice. Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned that because going back to what we were saying, the oddest place. I'm sure that was that. Excuse me. Was it uncomfortable for you?
Yeah.
With your girlfriend?
Oh yeah. But no, actually, I ended up passing that one over to someone else, and just kind of giggled over in the corner. So. Wow.
Is there anybody that you would like to put your stamp on?
That's a long list. There's a lot of people I would like to tattoo. Where to even
give us a couple of names?
Where to even begin? Wow. Can't hit me with one there.
Well, we could go back to that question.
Let me think on that for a minute.
Conventions.
Really cool song. That would be awesome.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Tell us why. You know what? Once again, I was thinking that, but I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure. How do you approach getting a customer who's never had a tattoo before? How do you
Oh, I
get
just had a
them to
lady
be
today who
so
never had a
calm?
tattoo before. She was probably 60 years old, and her daughter came in to get a couple of tattoos, and it was her first tattoo. That happens all the time. I get people that are virgin skin.
Yeah, let me tell you about my three. I have three,
Hmm.
and they're all on my back. So the first one I have, I got in Cancun. I actually was gonna go with the henna tattoo, but somebody said, "Hey, I'll pay for it." I was like, "Hey, I'll do it." Yeah, and then the next one I got, which I didn't know at the time, but it's on the lower part of my back, and I was told a few years later, that they were called tramp stamps. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I think had I known that, I probably wouldn't have gotten it there. And then the third one, I just got a few, and that was that one. That second one at the bottom, I got that in Gary, Indiana. And then this third one I got here in Indianapolis, Indiana, about 3, 4 years ago. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. It was just so quick. So, which is why I do want another one. So when we're all safe and we can travel again, I definitely am going to come out there and I'm going to see you, and I want you to put your stamp on me.
Got you.
How crucial are conventions for you in your journey?
Oh, they're mandatory for me. I have to get out and travel and see the world. So yeah, that's mandatory for me. Not being able to travel the last little bit has definitely been messing with my head a little bit. But luckily, we got a good steady flow of clients at my shop and been staying busy. My girl keeps me pretty sane.
Nice. Is there a specific tattoo that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do a portrait of Trump with all the clown makeup.
Okay. On
All the
yourself
clown
or
makeup.
somebody else?
Big old red nose and shit. I think that would be hilarious. Little tiny hands.
Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. We listen. We ain't even gonna get on that. We want this to be a fun interview.
I just thought that would
Where
be
have you traveled?
hilarious. I'm a joker. I thought that
But
would be
you
hilarious.
also you wasn't serious because I did ask that
I just thought that would be
question.
hilarious. I mean, especially the guy who got it.
mm,
So,
we ain't gonna go there.
a tattoo I really want to do right now is just I really want to do more like demonic looking women and morphing that into different styles of tattooing, like morphing it into like geometric or like neo-traditional, you blending black and gray hyper realism with really bright colors with like different pieces. It's kind of stuff I'm trying to venture into.
Now I was told that you world famous. Tell me, why is that?
I haven't got that memo yet. No, it's because I do a lot of traveling. I go all over the place. I tattoo at a lot of different shops all over the world.
What's one place that you haven't visited that you want to make your mark at?
Germany. Yeah,
Germany.
there's a lot of really, really good artists out there. Spain and same with like Spain and Russia. A lot of really, really good artists out there that I would love to go out and tattoo next to and soak up some of their knowledge.
Right. Now I thought you were supposed to be getting us. You know what? Next time I want you to come back on, and I definitely want you to show us your technique live if you can.
Definitely, I was trying to get one scheduled for today so we could have that going, but with the event coming up in a little bit, I was just too pressed for time.
Now you just brought it up. You had a little situation on the side there. What is the biggest myth that a tattoo artist knows that's not true?
Tattoos don't hurt. They all hurt. And if you say they don't hurt, you're lying.
No, well, see, the ones that I got, they didn't hurt.
How long did
They
it take
didn't
you
hurt. You
for?
just, oh, I can't tell you because the one on my back was probably, excuse me, the one at the lower back was the one that probably took the longest just because I had to be on my knees and bend over in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only thing that made it a little difficult is because you knew that you were going to get inked up and my skin kept flinching. And all you really could feel is like a burn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really couldn't feel anything.
Once you sit there for a few hours, and then it really starts to take its toll. Your body runs out of serotonin, no more dopamine, and you're just cringing along.
Oh, okay. So okay, you just brought up a good thing. The body can only take so long, so much time. So how long?
The maximum I
Like,
like to make the average person sit, it varies. So the longest I'd like the average person to sit is about 4 to 5 hours. Past that, you're gonna get sick the next day. You're gonna feel like crap.
oh wow.
Yeah, it kind of puts your body into like a little bit of a shock mode, so it feels like you got a flu for the next couple of days once you breach that threshold. We call it ink
Oh
poisoning.
wow. Oh, ew,
Yeah.
ew. Have you had that? Have you had someone?
Oh, I've had it
Have you had
plenty of
someone
times.
experience?
Yeah, I've had it a lot.
Oh, ew,
Yeah, the longest
ew.
session I've sat for was 14 hours, so I was definitely feeling it for a minute after that one.
Oh, gosh. Did you do any of the ones that are on your body?
I did a few, yeah, when I was first starting out, just to check it off my like apprenticeship list, because the list of to-dos, tattoo yourself. Yeah, so I don't do it anymore now. I'm friends with really good artists, thankfully, and they take care of me.
Oh wow. Do you advise your first timers to take a pill or something? Like take some kind of painkiller or
No.
no?
That makes it worse. You'll just be sitting there high and miserable. The best
So
way
when
is,
you have,
the best way is sober, eat a good meal. If it's really that bad, a little hint to the industry is once they put the stencil on, take a couple shots. Past that, no, you're fine.
okay, so take shots of alcohol.
Yeah, take a couple shots of tequila, or whiskey, whatever's your fancy. But once they put the stencil on, go do your thing. Come on back. It takes a little bit for it to get into your blood and start thinning. So if you're a little nervous or anything, it's better just to have it to calm your nerves. It'll take the edge off. Then you'd be sitting there all scared and frantic,
Is there any tattoo that you probably wouldn't do?
Nah. I've done them all.
Tell us. Okay.
I've been doing this for a long time.
How high in dollar wise can a tattoo range?
Ooh, that depends if they all connect. If your whole body connects, that's upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars over probably 30 years.
Oh wow.
Just a whole back piece can cost you more than $10,000 easy.
Oh wow. Wow. And how often do you advise your customers to get a refill? Because I know I need a refill on my tramp stamp. I'm going to say it.
That kind of depends on you. I advise my clients to take care of their tattoos. Keep lotion on them, keep sunscreen on it when you're in the sun. Take care of it. It's on you forever. It's a piece of art. As long as you take care of it and the art's done right, you're not gonna have an issue.
When you first got into the tattoo business. Now, is this your only income? Is this your way of life now?
Oh yeah, tattooing has been my way of life for a very long time now.
All right, all right. And you get to make up all your different hours and things like that, right?
I work every day.
Whenever a customer demands, or
Every day.
that's every day. Oh wow. What do you do on your leisurely time
What's that?
besides
No, I like to ride motorcycles, go paintball, surf. Pretty much it.
surfing?
But
Have you ever go ahead.
I said that's
Go
pretty
ahead.
much it. Like tattooing consumes a lot of my time. So other than that, me and my girl do a lot of traveling. We try to get out and go do, some fun stuff. This Halloween we're going out to Lake Havasu, gonna rent a boat and do a buggy and go have some fun out there.
Have you had a chance to just sit and meditate on things and how you're going to pursue the future once everything can get back to where we can all travel and do the things safely?
No, I'm just trying to
What's
take
one of the
that right now one day at a time because we don't know really what the next normal we're going to get back to is. So to try to plan anything, in my opinion, is kind of fruitless because you don't know what you're going to be planning for.
okay, okay. Is there anything that we have not covered today that you'd like to make sure that you tell everyone about?
Nothing I can think of. I want to give a good shout out to my boy Ditch for hooking me up with you and always having my back for the last 20 years. Wouldn't be here without you, brother. Love you, man. And shout out to my girl. Love you, baby.
All right. Tell everyone how they can follow you, reach you, and book you.
You can book me through Instagram, Kevin Young Tattoo. I'm always available. Shoot me a DM. My cell phone, all my contact info is right there. I'm friendly.
Well, Kevin, I want to thank you. Wait a minute. What's that cup right there?
You know
Tell
what
us
that
about
cup
that cup.
is.
I don't know. Well,
That's a
tell us.
Debbie cup.
Okay. And what's the Debbie cup for those who don't
That's
know?
a pimp cup. That's the original Debbie Prayer Chalice pimp cup held by all the famous pimps, hustlers, celebrities in the game.
Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Candy Show. Kevin, tattoo artist, Kevin Young, tattoo artist, world famous tattoo artist. Hopefully one day soon I'll get to meet you.
Looking forward to it.
And when I get my arms up, maybe we might have to put your stamp right here.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned for another episode. Have a good day. Bye.